Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Informed Student, owner of the YouTube channel DJ Kzu Productions, and I'm back with another video. Shout out to all of the people who got a chance to catch the stream live, and for those of you who got to check it out after the fact. But yeah, the game is here. 2K18 is here, and hey, I've been playing it all weekend, trying to get a feel for what all to do, and I'm going to give you a little bit of my first impressions and some of the tips that I've been seeing and things that I've noticed that should help you along your way, that grind on that road to 99. So, first of all, and I know those of you who caught the stream, I said all of this live on stream. When you're doing your upgrades and whatnot, my general opinion, and again, other YouTubers may disagree with me, but my general opinion is that all you're really going to need to do on the initial upgrade to make your guy relatively competitive is upgrade him to maybe 75 or 80. And this is my thought. Now, if you're down for comp and you need your guy boosted all the way up, go ahead and upgrade him all the way to 85, because that's the max that you can upgrade him off the top. But my thought process is this, and you're going to see this throughout the course of the game. Your overall increases come so gradually. It's a tough grind to get those overall boosts, right? So if you get your guy to 85 and then you can go ahead and bump him up to 86 the next day, great. But how long is it going to be until you can bump him up to 87 or 88? I mean, those overall cap increases come so gradually. I've had 2 over this weekend, and that's putting in a lot of games and doing a whole lot of everything else. And if you're playing it 24/7, then yes, it probably makes sense for you to go ahead and do the 85 overall off the top. But my thing is that you're going to have to, and that leads me to my second point, you're going to have to grind this guy out in the career story mode. Now, my point on this is I noticed a tremendous difference. And I guess I'll go ahead and talk about this right now. Badges are going to be important this year. And the badge grind comes through going to the training facility. It's like team practice, but they just moved it over to the training facility. And when you go to the training facility, you're going to get the opportunity to select a specific badge to work on. Now, some badges, there are specific drills that you're going to work and use to get those badges. Other badges, you just got to try and do what you can in drills like 2-on-2 and 1 versus 1, and those gameplay drills. You're gonna have to try and get certain stats in order to get your badges, and that's going to be a tough grind. But the only way to get that, you're gonna only be able to do 3 drills at a time, except for when you're in the team practice where they give you 3 drills chosen by the coach, and then you get to do 3 badge drills. But outside of that, that's going to be the way that you grind for your badges. And I noticed, and you're going to see some gameplay coming up pretty quick on my Pure Rim Protector in his first game at the playground. In the first game at the playground, he was all right. I'm happy with the way that he plays as an 80 overall. But it was like night and day after I had him grind and get hustle rebounder. He grounded out and got hustle rebounder, and then he got bronze rim protector and charge card, not charge card, but chase down artist. And it's been night and day. His ability to do things is so much better now that he has his badges. So that's going to be a grind, and the easiest way to do that is to go ahead and go ahead and play the game. And Swante made this point on his video. I'm going to leave his link in the description, but go ahead and set your difficulty to pro. Go ahead and knock the time on those games down to 5 minutes, and then go play your game, get out of that game, and then after the game, you're going to be able to go in to the training facility and grind for your badges. And that's the easiest way to go ahead and see a significant improvement over the way that your guy has been playing when you first get him. Now, there's going to be some of you that aren't going to be able to go ahead and, purchase and whatever, and that's fine. I've seen 60 overall, 70 overalls do fine on the playground, which might be a problem, because if there's no difference between an 85 overall and a 60 or 61 overall, then maybe this game is flawed. But we shall see. I think that the vast majority of the emphasis and the vast majority of the weight is going to be on if you get your badges, because that's going to unlock the ability to do things that other people aren't able to do. And hopefully, I get the opportunity to see a boost from these badges, and I'm going to try and really get my first silver badge. I forget which one I'm closest to, but I've gotten, I think, 7 of my bronze badges, and I think for my rim protector, hustle rebounder is all the way maxed out, because that's a secondary badge for that archetype. So that's what that is. The gameplay is okay. Again, I was trying to compare this guy, and I had to kind of reflect back, because I listened to Swante's video, and he was a little bit disappointed about the gameplay, and I had to think about just where I was at last year, and my guy had Hall of Fame badges. So if you have Hall of Fame badges and your attributes are all the way higher, then you're going to play a little bit better. But I'm going to go ahead and see again how things pan out when I get more of my badges. I went in after this gameplay and got another jump shot using the jump shot creator, and I'm seeing a significant improvement over the way that I was shooting in this gameplay. And if you look at the attributes, and shout out to Agent's channel, I'm going to leave the link to his video in the description, but he also gave tips on how to go in and actually look at what these bars as you're upgrading your player actually represent as far as numbers. So you can go in and look at your league stats and look at your 2K player card, and you'll be able to see what these bars actually mean. Like if I'm maxed all the way out on vertical, if I'm maxed all the way out on block, what is that actually meaning as far as percentage of that attribute? So shout out, link to that video will be in the description as well. But I mean, playing and grinding for these badges this year is going to be a difficult grind. Gameplay. That's why I was on. Let me go back to that gameplay. I looked at the gameplay. I haven't experienced any lag on the court. I also have really seen, first off, the way that the amount of time that it takes for you to get into these games is tremendously lower than what it was in previous years. Like, it seems to me like after they get you off of the first game, and maybe this is because I'm playing early and the parks aren't as packed and whatnot, but it seems to me like the second they get people off of the last game, and if you got all 3 of your players ready to roll on the threes court, it's just a few seconds, then they're loading you into the game. And I appreciate that about the gameplay this year. Pro-Am Walk-On seems to be a whole lot faster as far as loading people into the game. It doesn't seem like you're waiting forever to get into a game. People are just hopping in and loading. And just a hint, if you do not know how to get to the walk-on court, after you leave the park and you just go around the corner, it's right there. It's off there to the right. So if you're going in the neighborhood, you leave the park, you go wind around that road, it's off there to the right. And it's, if you're coming from where you normally teleport to, or whatever you call it, wherever you land, if you go and you walk around and you see the walk-on arena at the exact opposite end of the street, that's where Pro-Am Walk-On is. So the Pro-Am arena is on one side, and then you go to the exact opposite of the street. You go all the way down that street to the other end. That's where Pro-Am Walk-On is. Another thought I had, and I really hope I can get this video clip out there is, again, going back to Steezo's video, link will be in the description. All of the stuff that they hyped up this year, you know, going to the barber shop, going to Foot Locker, going to the clothing shop, pretty much all of it, all it is that you're sitting there, you walk into the store, you see this wall of shoes, and then they pop up a menu like in previous years. So as far as the game being open world, yeah, it's open world, but it's open world. It's like a large park where they just gave you menus. I mean, you walk into the store, that's cool, but then they pop up a menu screen. So again, that goes back to a video that I was talking about a couple videos back about the hype. Please do not fall for the hype, and please be, you know, objective in your views as far as this game is concerned. But again, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all from me. Be on the lookout for more streams. I'm going to try and stream a little bit more and give you some more gameplay. But I'm going to go ahead and try and grind this guy out. I'll try to do some of that on stream, but I don't want to, you know, just be boring you with, you know, my career games and stuff like that. I'll probably reserve some of that streaming for, you know, Pro-Am and Playground gameplay. But that's all from me. Shout out to you if you made it this far. Shout out to everyone who viewed the last 2 streams. Again, you know, I really appreciate all the support on this channel. And like I said, we've hit the 20 sub mark, so all of my streams are going to have audio. You'll hear me, you know, spazzing out as I do at times. Not really spazzing, but just kind of going through a thing when things aren't going the way that I think they should be going. And that's pretty much how I've been doing ever since, but I just haven't done it on the mic. But yeah, it's Informed Student, owner of the YouTube channel DJ Kayzoo Productions, and that's all from me. Make sure to smack the subscribe tab, smack the like tab, and I'm out.
I'm 5 for 5 on that dude. 5 for 5, and we still lost. Are you serious? Yeah, this ain't even. What they giving me? What they giving me?